Northeast, and there would be 3 more semesters if they could get it, if they qualify for it. This is a last dollar scholarship, and with this situation here, this is a last dollar scholarship for these high school students because there's nothing for them to get. Because our 15-hour deferment that's gone, so they can't scholarship it. Now, the question has come up, what about at the end, that 4th semester that they're there, what do they do if they need assistance there? Okay, we're going to pick those up at the end and pay if they need the scholarship money to make sure that they get through here without costing anything. So, I've said a lot, and probably all thoroughly confused now. But basically what I'm requesting is that we allow these students that get beyond anything above 15 hours, they'd be able to charge that to tuition guarantee. Simple as that. Okay?
What is your charge for a 3-hour course?
Well, they would be called part-time students, so it'd be $157 per hour.
157
Yes, that's part-time. That's part-time pay for
per hour.
So it's $400-something per course.
Per course.
Okay. You're not going to have many students, I'm going to say not any, over 18 hours, 20 hours. Because usually they start in their junior year and they'll take 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring, that's 6, then 12, and then most of them are going to get 9 to 12. That's about it. But we've got that very small number that doesn't get anything and really needs some assistance. So like I said, you're only talking about last year in the fall and spring semester both, you only had 3 students that came in, had more than 15 hours.
Did those 3 go on to Northeast, or did they go on to a 4 years? They're at Northeast now?
And then probably those first 15 we took care of. One of the students, and I don't have their names or anything, there was one student that came in with 21 hours from Union County. There was one student that came in with 18, and one student came in with 15. So that one wouldn't have had to have used it. Now, the thing that we've got to remember and we've got to keep in mind is the balance of that fund. Actually, this would save some money because you're taking away 1 semester of a full semester, which is $1,575, which is full tuition. So if they got that 4 semester, see, that would be $6,500 that they would have to use. But now you've taken 1 semester off of that. So actually, in the long run, it would save you some money. And I'll tell you what you spent last year. Union County in the fall of 2017, last fall, you had 313 students that applied for the tuition assistance, and of course it being a last dollar scholarship, only 46 of those students actually received it, and you spent $41,340 in the fall for Union County students. $46,230. And in the spring, you had 313 applied again, but this time only 36 of them were awarded, and you spent $35,730. So you're talking about close to $80,000 there that you spent on this last year. The thing we have to keep in mind is that not to deplete this fund. Now, of course, I don't know who all contributes to this fund. I know y'all do.
City and the county.
City does too, because this is something that we would have to get the city on board with too, because every contributor to the tuition assistance, everybody's got to be in agreement on it before we move forward with it.
All the ones that you said apply, like 300 something apply and 40 something, is because of grades is the reason they don't?
No, it's because it's a last dollar scholarship. In other words, it's not applied until everything else is applied.
So they got scholarship money for before.
They may be getting an academic scholarship, they may be getting MTAG, that's deducted, Pell Grant, whatever it might be. See, everything is applied, and then if they like anything, if they like $5 paying it off, then that will kick in. So not all these received the full tuition. Some of them didn't get anything. But this just affects the students that are in high school and take more than 15 hours credit, can they use the tuition assistance to pay for those 3, 6, 9 hours, whatever? And those would be considered one semester of the tuition guarantee. Thoroughly confused now?
Pretty much. So you gonna go to the city and talk to them?
I've gone to, this is my 3rd county, Prentice County agreed to it, Tipper County agreed to it. Then you guys can talk about it, do what you want to do with it. And then I'll get with the city and see what they want to do with it too. We've actually I've got to go back to Bumble. I'm finding out that a lot of people that puts $1 or $2 in it, it's fun. So I just want everybody to know what's going on and see if they want to help these kids out. And like I said, this doesn't really mean anything to us. It's just
Helping some
this
kids
is a group
out.
of kids that need some help.
Help, right.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll discuss it and get back with you.
Okay, now just make sure that anybody has any questions about anything. Okay. All right, I appreciate y'all's time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll keep you updated on our center over there
Thanks a lot.
project.
All right, y'all ready?
We ready to roll. That's right. That's right.
I saw, in the invitation at this one, so y'all
All right, need to appoint Colt Doogan for being a bank three-room revolving loan fund committee and state loan committee to replace Mr. Collins.
Motion approved.
Randy made a motion,
Second.
Dave made a second. Everybody in favor? Need to approve a ARC request for cash number 2 and the SMPLC request for cash number 2 for Martintown East project.
So moved.
Dave made a motion,
Second.
Randy second. All in favor? Motion carried. Need to approve a payment of $317,000 to Patton Construction LLC for Martintown East project.
Second.
Evan, you made the motion. Evan made a motion. Dave second. All in favor? Motion carried.
Terry, are we getting close to getting them paid off?
I think so, that's, that invoice is at 317,609 and, 158 is a request for cash from the ARC, so that a small municipality limited population grant of 73. Our matching is at 85 that we're borrowing from, the general fund.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I think we lack, let's say,
Don't like a whole lot, do
don't
we?
like a whole lot. See that on here somewhere. On the, invoice. Balance. It's $591 to start with, the balance is gonna be, contract balance is $185.
185.
185. That's those 2 grants and, our match. I think the ARC was 50% and the limited population county grant was 23 and our percent was 27.
So we need to authorize taking the money from general fund. It's Martintown East project. We need a motion for that.
Make a motion.
Motion by Dave, second by Randy. All in favor? Appoint Carol Bishop to Life Corps Board to replace Jill Shaw. Need a motion.
approved.
Second.
Motion by Randy, second by Evan. All in favor? Motion carried. Does everybody look over the
End
medal?
balloon and run now.
There's 17.
Do what now?
There are 17 instead of 22.
Why didn't you put it on there, Ryan?
So you can ask me questions.
So I'd ask you, that way you did it, checking me way.
I just don't have signatures, I'll give them later.
Made the motion,
Second.
Randy second. All in favor? Motion carried.
I'm good with that.
Need to approve part-time employment for the road department as mowers. J.D. Barber, Jacob Benefield, and Jacob Pilcher.
Second.
Evan made the motion, Dave second. All in favor? Motion carried. Discussed approval of industrial Avalon tax exemption.
Sorry, I'm taking care of 2 things at one time. All right, I've got all those ready. You need those? Thank you.
Need a motion?
They just, the average exemptions, Tanner?
Yes, sir. Very similar to what we had last year.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Dave made the motion, Randy second. All in favor? Motion carried. Approve petition for Southeast Fire Department Protection Grading District. Approve resolution for intent to incorporate and approve notice of public hearing for proposed incorporation.
Your lawyer's got all the paperwork.
Where'd the lawyer go?
He's right here.
I mean, are you that embarrassed?
He's talking to your tax assessor. Steve, do you wanna just briefly tell him?
Well, basically, that is this little area outside the city limits and all. Let me step right here. It's really gonna get this area right here. That's what it's taking in, so.
Kingston Ridge area.
Yeah, it's the Kingston Ridge,
Behind
the
Beacon
new apartments, a little bit behind Beacon Hill, because their other district is where their main ratings from off of, and the 5 miles cuts off right there by the old Beacon Hill store. So it's getting what's left in their district from there back to the city limits.
And Annette, I think in the paperwork, we had, she's gonna publish notice this Wednesday and, next week. And then we'll have the public hearing. What day, Annette, did I put in there? I think it was July
Pretty
the
sure you gonna make this.
17th,
July 16th.
16th. That'll be the date of the public hearing.
This is
Want me to
not,
send this to them?
I don't even know.
this is not an annexation of the old
It will
district.
come
This is
through
a
right
creation
on my
of a
stuff.
second
For some reason.
because of rating
Let's do the
purposes with
You know, they
equipment
can
and
have a
that type
problem. I
of
don't know what
thing.
it
So
is.
they'll
Send it to
actually
me.
have.
I'll send it to you and we'll see if it'll work.
All right, we need a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Need a second. Dave made the motion, Evan second. All in favor? Motion carries. Discuss replacing some carpet in the file room due to water damage at the sheriff's department.
That's a file room where justice court files are kept. It's right next door to the closet leading into the jail from the courtroom, and there's two air conditioning units in it. And I think something happened and stopped them up, and it more or less flooded it.
You got anybody looking?
Ruined it. No, I hadn't. I figured we'd get Stouts or somebody to come over and check it. But it's bumped up that high. I mean, it was mashing out from under the feet and walking.
Not that big a room, is it, Jerry?
No, sir, it's probably, what do you think, 10 by 10, maybe 10 by 12, something like that. 12 by 12, it's big, real big. I just wanted to, make you aware of it before we,
No, I don't think we do.
I saw you just get it fixed.
okay. We'll see if we can get them. It's at,
Where is Chandler?
He's over there
low,
talking to
low,
them
low,
still.
We don't need to get a motion or nothing for this, we discussing putting.
No, if you're just gonna get bids, right, Sherry?
Well, I was just gonna call Brian and them, get them to come, see how much it'd charge. I mean, I don't think it'd be $5,000
Terry,
for
it's not gonna, it's
rug
gonna be
that big.
exempt, isn't it?
Probably shouldn't be over
It's under
$200.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's over 15, you gotta get a purchase order.
1,500.
1,500.
Well, I guess Sheriff, let's be mindful of what they tell you as far as the price amount.
Right. All right, need approval of part-time employment for Natalie Shepard as a jailer. I got another name here too. Marcus, yeah,
Marcus
Burton.
Now, y'all approved Marcus 2 board meetings ago. He worked for Marshall County Correctional Facility. He went back and gave his notice. They promised him more pay and a better position, so he didn't take it. Now they not fulfilled their promise, so he came back. So, I think y'all approved him for full-time.
If we done approved him, we don't have to prove
I don't
him.
know.
If he's on the minutes, we don't have to.
We don't, we shouldn't
I
have.
don't know if we have to do him, but you said part-time, or
Yeah, this will be part-time right
should
now.
be,
You want back to
Did we
part-time?
approve him full-time or part-time?
I think approved him full-time.
Yeah,
That's
we
done.
actually approved him both part-time, didn't
I don't guess it hurt when we had to put it on there.
We can put it on.
It'll be easier just to put it on there.
But Natty was the intern right now. She's going to OBS and she'll be coming off intern and we'd like her.
Do I need to wait and let Steve sign these?
You sign. If we approve it.
Sure, we don't approve it. The sheriff will lock us up, we don't.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
All right, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Evan made the motion, Dave second. All in favor?
Sounds like I'm gonna sure the raise that.
Motion carries. Glad to have you here today. You just getting off
Tax
vacation?
assessor, sometimes tax assessor needs help and sometimes I.
You okay, Miss Annette? Okay. Need approved reimbursement of $380.33 to the tax collector for lease postage equipment charges.
Second.
Ed made a motion, Randy second, all in favor? Motion carries.
Can I discuss a little bit?
Sure.
Mail Finance, which is part of NeoPost, bought out the Pitney Bowes contract that we had. So we're under contract with Mail Finance for 2 years. Mail Finance bills for tax assessor office is not the same as for other offices in the county. And so every time they send me a bill, when we wait for Amanda to send it from accounts payable, it puts it as a late charge. So I'm trying to write the checks for these from the office to avoid late charges every time. And it's not every month. Like this one was for the lease for the machine, the lease payment. So it already had a late charge. It'll get another one when we turn it to accounts payable. So I just wanted to make it board approval that I can pay them and then our office is reimbursed for that.
Be good. Good deal. Approved list of voided restitution checks, $4,563 from the circuit clerk settled to the general fund. In other words, we got money going to the general fund.
Motion approved.
Randy made a motion. Evan seconded. All in favor? Motion carried. She ain't in here for us to aggravate today. She wants some payment for the registrar.
Make a motion.
Dave made a motion. Evan second. All in favor? Motion carried. Approved election commissioner claim forms. Need a motion. Motion by Evan.
Second.
Second by Randy. All in favor? Motion carries. Approval of circuit clerk travel and lodging for circuit clerks convention, July 24th through the 27th.
Make a motion.
Dave made a motion.
Second.
Evan second. All in favor? Motion carries. What's this down here? He's got wrote down here at the bottom.
Mr. Kevin had something on transferring the state aid engineering funds, wasn't it?
Yes. Talked to Larry Britt this morning. The project, the slurry seal project we've got going on, 19 miles worth, we just added about 9 miles to it. Y'all already approved the supplemental, and now we've got to transfer $690,000 from your state aid fund to the state fund that is earmarked for this project so they can pay the contractor when they do the work, is what this is. So, we got a copy of that.
Everybody
Motion
hear that?
approved.
Randy made the motion.
Second.
Dave second. All in favor? Move the money.
Thank y'all.
You have something else written down on there. besides
That's all I got.
that? Is that
I
it?
had one other that Teresa Hester came in requesting a manual check for $199 for registration to attend the DARE conference, July 16th through 20th in Biloxi.
Motion approved.
Randy made a motion. Evan second. All in favor?
Repeat that again, I'm sorry.
She's going to.
Teresa Hester requested a manual check in the amount of $199 for registration to attend the DARE training conference, July 16 through 20 in Biloxi.
Okay.
All right.
That's probably a dare
Think we-
thing, isn't it?
Randy made a motion.
Randy made a motion.
Evan second.
Dave second.
All in favor? Motion carried.
Will you sign this, please, manual request, manual check request form?
Sign your name, Steve.
Is that it?
Does he need to sign
I
it as well?
wanted to talk to y'all real quick.
Yeah.
Remember about a month or so ago, we talked about Mr. David Hill, Mr. David Taylor, for the riding the golf cart. And I think everybody approved it, and then he did meet the criteria for Three Rivers, and then they come back and he didn't meet it. And y'all was gonna talk to the city and get back with him, and nobody ever told me that. Y'all remember that?
We sure did, we dropped the ball, didn't
So he's kinda just sitting there wondering, and I'm wondering.
Well, the city's already agreed to pay half the salary of one.
And y'all agreed.
Y'all agree.
I
To-
think we did, we
to-
did.
We
But
did.
you
I
said,
think it was-
let's wait and get up with them and see, and I ain't heard back, so.
Well, it was because they've agreed to pay half, but they didn't agree on Taylor. Because they don't know him. I mean, you know what I mean, like that, it just hadn't been brought up to him. I think in the purpose of
We'll
contacting
find
the
out,
city
you know,
was
that's
just to
what
say, hey, David Taylor's the one we're wanting to use, and they would probably say that's fine.
Well, they agreed to one employee.
Right, they did.
So we
That's
don't know
right.
if it's David Taylor or Mr. Williams.
I don't know, I say put it to work.
That's
When
what I
you,
say too, they agreed to pay for half of one person.
Okay.
Well, we hadn't
They'll
done
send
it.
him a bill through.
I don't think we've done a payroll authorization because
Three
we're
Rivers
just
is
kinda
gonna
holding
pay.
up.
Well, we're not gonna
Well-
be paying him, Three Rivers is gonna be paying him, and, Three Rivers bills us for our half and the city for their half. So to go through county payable, won't go through payroll, that was my understanding, but
Don't have to do a payroll authorization.
he's hired in Three Rivers.
Just tell him when to report to work.
He'll be on Three Rivers payroll, and they will bill us and the city.
You probably go there and fill out some paperwork on them, you think?
Probably will need to with it.
I would say,
I think he's done everything.
has he done it with Three Rivers? Has he signed up for their payroll?
He went down there and they said he met the requirement for the
Grant.
Yeah.
grant. And then something happened with his wife, and then now he don't need it.
Right. Yeah, she went to work and he's
yeah, I remember.
too much income, I think, for the grant. So,
But I don't know.
yeah,
That's up.
just check with Three Rivers and make sure that he don't need to fill out any more paperwork with them. If he does, he just needs to go down there and sign up. That should be the end of it.
Okay. Get her back being patrol.
And they still got a grant if you know anybody.
If we find anybody else that qualifies for the grant.
Okay, I'll-
You can only
Grant
use
says
it one
that
time.
that county
That's
don't have
why.
any problem.
Gotta be eligible.
It's a problem finding somebody. Not at all. It's not making anything.
I know we've had people call and expressed interest in it, but they wasn't gonna meet the criteria, and plus we only got that one cart.
Yeah, I think you get to be over 55 and income level.
Share that, share that. I mean, it's wiring it out pretty good. One trip a day, you start thinking 2 or 3 in a day, it won't last. We'll be getting, we'll be wore out pretty quick.
Anybody else got anything? Need a motion to adjourn.
Most
Randy made a motion. Kevin second. All in favor?
What is
Take it over.